What's up, guys? So it's been a minute. Just been busy with regular shop stuff, but it's been a while since I've done a feeding video. Luna, what are you doing? So just going around feeding everybody. All the angels, the female beta. She gets a couple. All the Africans. Even the eel. Check it out. The eel eats the pellets. This is the Elifer, something like that, or Tanganyikan eel. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you can see, oh, I'm going crazy for the food. Once in a while I skip a feeding. So yesterday I didn't feed them, and then today I feed them. Just do I just do maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. I skip a day of not feeding, but there's 2 angelfish in there. There's some food in there. The Oscars, they pick on the little pellets, and they're pretty small. So you can see how big they are. Just for the angels, some of the stingrays, they'll eat the pellets. They usually ignore them because they're super tiny. The little baby stingrays, they eat the pellets as well. Then all of these guys, throw some on top. I throw a decent amount of pellets in there. They just sink down. The bigger ones eat them, and the smaller angels still pick on them. Throw some in there, some on this side. But they end up eating some of them. Same thing with these. The dwarf cichlids, the caras. No, not a cara. These are nanacara. All of these guys eat pellets. Every once in a while I get some people that ask what food. Mostly the walk-in customers, they always ask. But throw a few in here. Let me zoom out. Even the plecos, they will eat the pellets as well. Some on that side, some on this side. I try to make sure everybody gets at least some pellets, some food. Same thing with these. This tank has a lot of fish, so I have to throw in a lot of food. I'm feeding the top ones. So this tank is gonna be a little bit hard to do one-handed, but I'll just sneak a bunch all across. Sneak some on this side. And one of the things I like about this food, here you can see it. Where does it say it? Where is it? I can't see where it says, but it's a moist food. So you could grab it. See, same food, and you could squish it together and either make it into dust for the smaller babies, or let me see if I could do this with both hands. You could squeeze it, kind of press it, compact it together. This is what I do sometimes with the little fish, and just form a big clump of food. I threw it in with the goldfish, and they destroy it. Like I ate all of it. But yeah, that's what I do with some of the babies. Compress it. That way they have a big chunk to bite pieces off of it. But yeah, everybody eats this food. All the Africans, goldfish, angels. I throw some in with the pleco tanks just a bit, just to give them a different taste of food. I know my fish. I know what they eat. Whoa. Yeah, this is the regular routine of feeding the fish. Like these, even I give it to the smaller Africans. You just squeeze it a little bit, that way it becomes into some powder, and it sinks down still. And they'll start picking on it. I don't know if you guys remember that giant pair of compressiceps I had. This is their batch, and that one. They had about 100 babies. But that's theirs. Kind of start teaching them young to eat a good variety of food. That way when they're older, they're not picky eaters. Yeah, all of them get a little bit, and then all the babies later, they end up eating some baby brine shrimp. But in here as well, did I throw food? I have some baby gold ocelladas free swimming in there. And those guys will end up picking on some of the food. Like that piece that's falling. Either the parents or the babies will eventually get to it. But yeah, later on I'll make a different video and show you guys how I do the brine shrimp. 'Cause there's been a few people that want me to sell brine shrimp, but it's not really worth it to sell it, to set up another bottle and sell brine shrimp, because I go through 2 bottles each day because of how many babies I have. But if I was to make another bottle for to sell, and if I don't sell the whole bottle, or for whatever other reason it might kind of go to a waste, I could go back and feed all the babies. But I usually always prepare enough brine shrimp that I know that I will end up using, and for it to not go to waste. The guppies, they eat brine shrimp as well. I always throw a little squirt of it in there. But this is mostly what I feed them. All the baby fish. Everybody eats pellets. Just throw a few in there, because again, later, about an hour, once I feed some of these guys, I'll go back and feed them baby brine shrimp. So that's why these guys don't eat a lot of pellets, because they eat the brine shrimp as a main food, and the pellets are just a snack or extra. These are big South Americans. These guys eat the same stuff. Whoops. And I like it because it sinks pretty quick. It doesn't really float. And with the cichlids, they feel a bit more like predators. They're chasing down the food as it falls. So that's another reason why I like to feed these sinking pellets. But yeah, that's it. I have to prepare the brine shrimp, but that'll be for another video. I forgot to feed these guys. See, more babies. Just throw some pellets in there, and they quickly go after them. But I'll make another video and show you guys the fish at home, the angelfish we have at home, and those we do feed smaller pellets. Yeah, we feed them. I'll show you guys. And in here are just plecos, and I do have a synodontis catfish. But I throw in pellets in for the plecos so they could eat some of it as well. And that way they have a variety of food. But here's those other pellets. I have a sticker up here. So this is the 2.4 millimeter. You can see how big it is. Then we use that one at home, the 0.6 micro pellets. And then we also have this size at home that we use, 1.2. So those we have at home. Here at the shop, I go through those pretty quick. So it's mostly we use those at home. And the brine shrimp eggs, we use these brine shrimp direct, and we buy them. What is it? This is how we buy them. I'm probably gonna have to open this can next week, because I'm almost out of the other can I have. This is what we use, 100% brine shrimp eggs. They have other levels of brine shrimp, but we use those. I did get some not sardines, silver sides for the stingrays and for the puffer. Here, I'll show you guys. Puffer eats these. He always stares at his food. And I throw it in frozen because since these guys eat a lot of shrimp and crustaceans, he likes that crunchiness. I'll have to do a water change on his tank tomorrow. It's pretty dirty. But yep, that's all that's left of that silver side. I threw one in earlier this morning. It's around 4 p.m. now. Then later at night I'll throw another piece in there for him to eat. And then I also have clams. We got some of these to try out for the puffer. I'll be getting more big puffers, so I need to get ahead of the game. And I got some different types of mussels, clams, shells, whatever, to see which one they like the best. I've only thrown in the clams. They're probably all frozen together. Yeah. I threw in this one. He did bite it, but he mostly just ate the meaty part. But these I'll also be feeding to the stingrays. I probably won't throw the shell in, but I'll probably just scoop out the meat and throw it for the stingrays. This is silver sides that I cut up for the stingrays. Oh, I was zoomed in. Whoops, my bad. But yeah, this is chopped up silver sides for the stingrays. I fed them already earlier, but just want to show you guys some of the food that I'm feeding all my fish. I'll probably today or tomorrow I'll make another video of the fish at home. It's only the angelfish, and show you how I feed them, or what food I feed them actually. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Fed these guys already. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? And the cats will eat some of the food too. But yeah, if you wanted some of this stuff, I get it from Brain Shrimp Direct, since they're local to me. And I don't know, there's a few people that have followed me since we started over 10 years ago, 14 years ago, when we were still breeding all the peacocks, the haps and bunas. We weren't breeding the Tanganyikans so much, but when we were breeding all the peacocks, we bred around 40-50 species of them. We always fed flake food from Brain Shrimp Direct as well. But yeah, back then we used mostly flakes, but since we swapped over to the Tanganyikans, some of them didn't like going all the way up to the fish tank because they're sand or bottom dwelling fish. They didn't like going up and down, up and down. So that's why I got those sinking pellets. That way the sinking pellets could reach them at the very bottom. But yeah, if you have the peacocks and haps, the flakes we used the most from them was the color enhancing red flakes. And we used to breed a lot of trophies as well. And we would get their seaweed or their green flake, spirulina flake, for the trophies. But yeah, that was back then. We're probably gonna start using some of the flakes again, because how I've said, I'll be getting some of the super high quality peacocks and haps from Thailand that will be going in the 10 gallons. So I'll have to get some of those color enhancing flakes soon. And oh, and flower horns. I'll be getting flower horns as well, which will be this wall. You can check this guy out. Look at that little guy. He's about 2.5 inches, maybe 3. He's a really nice OB, locally bred. Then this is his brother. I just barely separated them yesterday, so this guy still has to color up. And then I also have 2 females from that same line, these 2. So they carry the same genetics as this guy. And previously I've gotten some of his brothers, and they were colored up at a bit smaller size. Yeah, this guy would be a nice show male. Just look at him. $30 for that guy. But yeah, that's it. Video's long enough. Okay, see you guys.